Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to St. Joseph Christian High School. We're cutting in a little bit early here. We weren't going to start until the next game starts, which is our game of the week, our Week 3 game of the week. But this game here is just far too compelling to not get the last part of it in here. It's a 28-27 ball game. It's the Hoopsters against the Tropics, and there's only 1 minute and 53 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. So pretty exciting game here. I'm joined in my studio by Mark Jewell, doing a little color commentary. He has spent the entire week studying up on the United versus St. Joseph Christian roster, so he knows exactly who to talk about. But, surprise, we're going to make you talk about these kids, which you don't know anything about.
Well, I don't know if I'd go that far about being prepared, but this is an exciting game, man. You got two great teams, good athletes, well coached. It is a very fun game. 28-27 with 1 minute, 40 seconds left. This is just a very, very competitive game.
So what you're seeing here is the home team is the Plattsburgh Tropics, I believe. Actually, I haven't been paying close enough attention to know. We'll know after this free throw here. It's the Tropics at the line.
It's the Plattsburgh at the line.
It's number 22, Luke Schroeder, at the line for the Tropics. He puts the ball in the basket. That ties it up. So they are the guests. So the home team then is the Hoopsters, and the away team is the Tropics. The ball game is now tied 28-28. We'll see if Schroeder can put another one in here for his 8th point of the game to make it an advantage. Tropics, and he does.
And the bank is open.
The bank is open. So bringing the ball up the court now for the Hoopsters. That's number 9, George Galloway. Galloway hands off to Nance, who drives in tough. Gets knocked down, no call, incidental contact. Ball rebounded by the Tropics, but it's thrown away, and Galloway ends up with the ball again up top, drives in. Again knocked away by the Tropics. Some pretty intense defense there by the Tropics. Kick there. That's number 3, Callaway, for the shot. No good. Rebound. That was Lowe attempting the rebound, and out of bounds it goes. It's going to go to – it's going to stay with the Hoopsters, it looks like. If some of these faces over here look familiar, these guys were the poster child on our website this week. A player for the Hoopsters and a player for the Tropics, Howard and Nance. Nance attempts a three-pointer, and it's no good. Rebound's going to go, though, to Galloway of the Hoopsters. He's going to bring it up top and reset with 59 seconds to go. It's a 1-point Tropics lead. Galloway kicks to Nance. Nance with the ball on the wing, looking for an opportunity. Drives behind the back of the corner to Galloway. Doesn't want it. Inside to Callaway. He's wide open. No good off the front of the rim. And the clock is going to stop with 44 seconds to go. 1-point Tropics lead, and it looks like the ball's going to stay with the Hoopsters. So the Hoopsters look to inbound the ball. Nance with the shot for 3. No good. Rebound goes to Callaway. Block shot. Rebound again. Tropics bring the ball up the court. Howard with the ball. He's going to be fouled by Callaway. You can see the coach Callaway of the Hoopsters thought there was a foul there when his son went up for the shot there to get blocked, but it's going to be Tropics ball out of bounds, 28-29. Tropics lead with 33 seconds to go, and that is actually going to be a shooting foul. They are now in the bonus. It's a 1-and-1. So at the line here will be Howard of the Tropics. Howard's going to attempt to put this game, if not out of reach, at least try to make it a little tougher there, Coach. 3-point deficit would be a little tough to overcome here, 33 seconds to go.
Well, I've been watching that Ty Nance. Not a very big guy, but, boy, he is so athletic, man. He handles the ball. He's got his head up, and he's missed 2 in a row, but I think that he'd be a guy who could put a 3 in.
And he'll have an opportunity to win it here, it looks like, as 37 seconds left in the game. Galloway drives the length of the court, and he gets a shot up, and it's good to tie the ball game, 30-30. Full court pressure. Tropics pressing their advantage, and they got an open man. That's number 2 of the Tropics, trying to put the ball up. And Braden Brown, looks like the ball's going to be turned over, and the Hoopsters are going to have an opportunity to win this game.
14.6 seconds to go.
So with 14.5 seconds to go, it's the Hoopsters taking the ball out underneath the basket here to try and score. They got 12 seconds. Coach Callaway telling Galloway to hurry up the court. He has some opportunities here, some open men, but he's going to let the clock wind down to 5 seconds. Timeout is now called, and with a tie ball game, 30-30, 5 seconds to go, we'll see what the Hoopsters can come up with here in their huddle.
Galloway, he handles the ball well too. So I don't know whether they're going to set up for a shot, or you think Galloway will try and drive, hope for the foul, or Ty Nance. He handles the ball really well. He could dribble in there and try to get a shot up. Boy, there's just a lot of things that those guys could do. They've got a lot of talent on this team.
They really do. And I remember the first year we had the Hoopsters in when we first started the league, and I remember Ty Nance was playing for the Nebraska team, and he was even smaller then, if you can imagine. But what was impressive watching him play was it didn't matter his size, his quickness made up for it. And he was at one point leading the league in steals, and just was very careful with the ball also.
Well, you got Coach Calloway there. I mean, he was a principal over at St. Joe Central. I worked under him. Very, very intelligent man. This ought to be awesome.
We'll see what he drew up here. So taking it out is Calloway into Galloway.
It's the drive.
He shoots. No good, and we are going to overtime. And all of the United and Lions fans in the stands gave a collective groan. But when you have a game this exciting, Coach, you just don't want it to stop.
Well, I assume they're going to be, a 3-minute overtime? I'm not quite sure what the rules here on this level of play, but maybe a 3-minute overtime?
I don't know. I guess we're going to find out here.
2 minutes.
2-minute overtime. So 2 minutes to go here. We got a overtime period. Again, if you're just joining us, this is bonus coverage. The Lions and United will be coming to you here once this game has concluded, but we had everything set up, and this game was just far too good to pass up. It's the Hoopsters against the Tropics, and it's 30-30. 2-minute overtime is about to commence, as leading this charge for the Hoopsters is George Galloway. You've seen him handling the ball. That's number 9 for the Hoopsters. He's got 10 points and 13 rebounds. Also, for the Plattsburgh Tropics, Isaiah Howard has 8 points, 8 steals, and 10 rebounds. And Nick Turley, number 10, has added an extra 12 points. So it's been a hotly contested game of two very even teams.
Yeah, Galloway had a chance there at the end. He had a very, very good shot. There was people in his face, but just short.
Shout out to his older brother, Harry, who I had in class over at Bodie. What's up, Harry? And it looks like the Hoopsters will control the tip. And driving quickly to the basket is number 2 of the Hoopsters. Puts the ball up, no good. That was Lucas Sabulko. Another opportunity that time was low, no good. Coach Calloway looking for a foul. Bringing the ball up the court is number 10 for the Tropics. That was Turley. Turley loses the ball. Nance comes up with it somehow. Great pass. Oh, and rejected by Howard, but he's going to get a foul. So Howard called for the foul. Some of the crowd agrees with the call, some don't. What I do know, Coach, though, is we got 2 of the best refs here in Northwest Missouri. That's Roger Williams and Gary Williams out there. Roger is quite the official, so you can't be too hard on these guys.
No, that could have gone either way. I mean, it was a great block, but there's always going to be a little body contact, so they called the body.
So Braden Brown, no, sorry, that's not Braden Brown. That's Lucas Sabulko. Stepping to the line and cool as can be, puts in the first free throw, and that lets the Hoopsters breathe a little easier with a 1-point lead. Can he make it 2? No, he can't. Rebounding the ball is the Tropics. Howard now with the ball bringing up the court. He's got 4 people trying to stop him. He gets away with the left hand, gets the ball to Turley, who's been hot today. He puts the ball up, and no good. Strong. Rebound goes to Calloway, but Calloway's going to be called for a double dribble. So taking the ball out for the Tropics, that's number 33, Gage Busby. Busby's going to look to see if he can't find an open man as the Hoopsters try to take away the passing lanes. And Nance tips it away, but Turley ends up with the ball. Nance still defending him. Turley makes his way up the court and has a chance for a shot. He's open, and it is good.
Yeah. Much better shot than his last one. The last one was a little off balance. That one, he was a lot more. He gathered himself and put it right in.
So Turley adds another 2 points to his total. That's 14 on the game, and now the Tropics have a 1-point lead. Galloway into the lane, and that is no good. A good shot. I don't know how he got through all 4 defenders, but he did put it up a little bit strong. So did you see the call there, Coach? Looks like the Tropics are going to get the ball underneath the basket.
I did not see the call, but they're putting pressure. The Hoopsters are putting pressure on them, and the
Turley
Tropics
again.
are just driving right to the hoop. Oh, that's going to be a block.
Blocking foul called on the Hoopsters. Turley will have an opportunity to add some more points to his total here as he steps to the free throw line and has an opportunity to make this game a little tougher. Now, they had the same opportunity before, Coach, and they couldn't make it 3. See if Turley can do it here.
Well, it's 31-32, so they only have a 1-point lead according to the scoreboard right now anyway.
So we are now under a minute, 48 seconds to go in this overtime period. It is 31-32 in favor of the Tropics. They're trying to extend that lead with a free throw here from Turley. Turley is no good.
Oh.
Rebound Hoopsters, and the Hoopsters have an opportunity to win this game with 40 seconds to go. Callaway calls out the play in the corner. That's low for three, short.
Ooh.
Rebound goes to number 2 of the Tropics. That was Braden Brown grabbing the ball, and looks like foul was called.
Yeah, it's a little difficult. He got the rebound, and he just got swarmed, and these officials are not going to allow the ball game to get out of control, so they just went after him, and they called the foul.
So they're going to put Braden Brown on the line with 36 seconds to go. It's a 1-point game. Braden Brown here with a 1-and-1. No good. Rebound ball goes out of bounds. And it looks like it's going to stay here with the Tropics. So the Tropics have an opportunity here to put this game out of reach. We'll see if they can do it. Or they may just try to hold the ball. Oh, no, they're going to try to get rid of the game right here. No good. Howard too far. Rebound, Turley. Turley blocked. He steps out of bounds, and the ball's going to go to the Hoopsters. 25 seconds remaining. Coach, would you have held on to the ball there?
I would have held on the ball, though. There's a lot of pressure being put on by the Hoopsters, so there's a chance they're thinking, hey, might as well shoot it. Let's not turn it over. Let's get another shot up, because that would have put the game pretty much out of reach.
So 14 seconds to go. The Hoopsters have a chance to win it here. They're down 1. Nance for 3. No good. Rebound, Howard, and he's going to be fouled by Galloway.
Well, he just grabbed him, but I guess they're just going to call a normal foul.
Yeah, you got a foul there, and it wasn't too intense. So up to the line goes Howard. Howard has an opportunity here to, again, for the third time, it's their third opportunity. Think Howard can succeed where his teammates so far have not, and making this game a little bit harder on the Hoopsters.
Well, I'm looking at these stats. I'm trying to see what his free throw percentage is. But, boy, he had really –
I don't think we have it on there.
He's got a really nice form. That was just perfect for him. So he looks to me like a great shooter.
Well, and that makes 9 points on the game for him. If he makes this one, it'll be a double-double.
One-handed shot coming off. Great rotation.
But no good. 2-point game now. The Hoopsters can tie with a 2-pointer. They're going to win it with a 3. The only limitation here is Coach Callaway is working with a 5.6-second clock. Not a lot of time to try and win this game.
No, it's not a lot of time, but it's really in a one possession. It's a lot of time. And if these kids just realize that 5.6 seconds is a lot of time to get the ball down the court and get a decent shot, then hopefully they won't hurry it. I mean, guys that are this age, they're going to get in a hurry. We'll just see how cool they are under pressure. And something that's definitely going to make it tougher on the Hoopsters, as you see sitting on the bench there, that last foul that Galloway had to give in order to put the Tropics on the line there was his 5th. So he is out of the ball game. Leading point scorer today for the Hoopsters, George Galloway, who had a double-double today with 10 points and 15 rebounds. He also chipped in 4 assists. They will not be able to use his services. So, Coach, who do you like after watching just this last part of the game to shoot the shot? They got Jace Callaway, the coach's son. I mean, he scored 7 points. I'm sure he can shoot. And, of course, Ty Nance is putting up a lot of shots. He's not afraid to shoot the ball. So he's got that confidence for a reason. So he may not just be hitting right now, but I wouldn't put it past him to take that last shot.
And we've seen him make shots before, and like you said, he's not afraid to put it up.
Well, they got some pressure. They may foul him before he ever gets – yep, and they did.
They did. They foul him to put him on the line. Is that a bonus? That looks like it's going to be 1-and-1. So Nance to the line. You think that was intentional, Coach, that they wanted to foul him?
I don't know. I don't know. If 5 seconds to go, you'd want to put somebody on the line because they walk all the way to the other end of the court. They could get a rebound. If he does miss, put it back in. That might not work out well. We'll see.
Lots of pressure here on Ty Nance. See if he's equal to the challenge. And he puts the first one in. Cool, calm, collect. As we said before, the man is not afraid to shoot. So now 3 seconds to go in the game. It is a 1-point game. Hoopsters are down 1. Can Ty Nance tie it up? And he does it.
Yes, he does. That one came back to bite him.
So now the ballgame is tied. 3 seconds to go. Stolen by the Hoopsters. Can they get a shot off? They get it off. No good. No good, but that was quite exciting there, Coach. I think we're going to go to another overtime here.
Well, yeah, another 2-minute overtime.
Let's take a look at that last free throw here. Let's see if our instant replay is up and working today. Nance here on the line. I don't know what that was. A little bit of a fake. And then he puts it in. Look at that smile. That was Ty Nance stepping to the line. A little man hitting 2 big shots right there.
Oh, he looks so athletic. Not very tall, but, boy, just so athletic. He handles the ball well, and he just calmly, stepped up there and made 2 free throws and sent the game into overtime again.
So we're here at the second overtime of this game between the Tropics and the Hoopsters. If you're joining us expecting to see a girls game between the United and the Lions, that is coming up right after this. However, this is the game right before that one, obviously. It was too exciting not to go ahead and broadcast. You've got 2 teams that are very evenly matched, though the Hoopsters now without their leading scorer, Galloway, who is fouled out. And it is our second overtime, a 2-minute second overtime here. 33-33 is the score. We'll see how this thing is going to play out. So Callaway on the jump, controls the jump again. That's Lowe now with the ball. Hands the ball off to Nance. Nance gets the ball over to number 2, Cibulco. Cibulco is shoved, and they're going to give Cibulco a chance to shoot a couple free throws here, or at least one. That'd be 1-and-1 for them. It's their 9th team foul. From here on out, it'll be double bonus all the way, Coach.
Yeah, I don't know about the wisdom of driving the baseline against a 2-3 zone, but, boy, he came out of it fine. He got himself 2 free throws.
He saw a opportunity, and in he went, and now he's being rewarded on the free throw line here with an opportunity to put his team up here in this double overtime. So 1:50 to go. Cibulco with a quick shot, and in it goes. That's a lead for the Hoopsters.
I think that's 3 in a row for him as far as free throws. He's not a guy you want to foul.
I might be wrong in this, but I think that's the first lead since we started broadcasting for the Hoopsters.
And they got the rebound.
They got the rebound, so now they'll have an opportunity to extend their lead.
Or run some clock. I think they're going to run some clock.
They're going to try to pull the Tropics out of their zone, and I think that was the nice thing for the Tropics about having the lead there in the first overtime. They could stay back in their zone, but now they're having to come out and play defense that they don't want to play. Nance with an opening. Kicks the ball to Lowe, and they are going to run clock here and see if they can't force the Tropics into a mistake. And there's an open Callaway on the baseline. He doesn't want it. Kicks it to Cibulco. Cibulco in again and takes a shot that Callaway, the coach, didn't want. You hear him yelling no. Howard with the rebound. Length of the court. Howard shoots the ball. No good. Rebound is going to go to the Tropics. Howard gets his own rebound after a little bit of a scrum, and he pulls the ball out. Finds, is that Turley on the, nope, that's number 22. Brown on the shot, no good. Rebound Turley. Turley, no good. Rebound now. That's number 1 for the Hoopsters. First time we've seen him. I think he came in for Galloway. That's Matthew Bird. Bird gets the rebound. And Coach Callaway letting Cibulco know that he doesn't want that shot. So I think message received. I think we're going to see a little pressure here from the Tropics. They're not going to sit back in that 2-3 zone with 55 seconds left. I think you're going to see full court. I don't think they'll put him on the line here. Coach, what would you do? Would you put him on the line, try to force him into a bad shot? The problem is it's a double bonus.
That didn't work out so well last time at the end of the second overtime.
That's true. They gave Nance an opportunity to be a hero, and he was equal to the challenge. All right, so now we have 55 and a half seconds to go here, just under a minute in the last overtime here, or at least the second overtime. And the Hoopsters get the ball up the court to an open Bird. Bird drives. He's open, and he puts it. No, it's no good. It rims out. Rebound Low, though, of the Hoopsters. Gets the rebound. It's being guarded closely by Howard. And number 22 of the Tropics, Schroeder, also providing some defense.
They're going to run clock again.
And the Tropics are going to stay back in that 2-3, but they're going to extend it a little bit here. And Nance finds an opening. He is so quick and finds. It's rejected by number 33 of the Tropics. That was Gage Busby knocking the ball out of bounds. It looked like the Hoopsters had something going there.
Oh, it looked like it was going to be an easy basket. He just came from nowhere and swatted it.
So Bird gets an open shot. No good. Rebound, though, goes to Howard. So the Tropics have an opportunity. Down 1 with 20 seconds to go. Can they win the ball game here with some points at this end of the court with 14 seconds to go? The ball short. Turley, leading scorer for the Tropics. Can he do it? No, but he's fouled. Blocking call called on the Hoopsters. Now to the line, Turley. who hit one free throw. The Tropics could have iced this game in the first overtime. They had 3 different kids go to the line, and all 3 of them, or at least the first couple, weren't able to hit, but Turley made one. We'll see if he can make another one here to tie it up, potentially even take the lead.
It is so hard for these young men to pull the ball out when they're that close to the basket. Hoopsters had the ball down there. All they do is run like 15 seconds off, and they are the winners. And they've thrown a few shots up and close shots, but they come off and gives the other team a possession and a chance to win the game.
And you can see Callaway's telling Matthew Bird that same thing over on the sideline. Rebound. Turley gets his own rebound. Can he win the game? No. 7 seconds to go now. We got a foul. Looks like they're going down to the Hoopsters end to shoot some free throws. So 7 seconds to go. Man, what an opportunity. Turley misses 2, gets his own rebound, almost makes the game winner. But instead now it is at the other end, number 8 of the Hoopsters. That's Gabe Galloway, so another Galloway, at the line here to try and ice the game.
Well, the Tropics have nothing to hang their head about. This was a very, very good, very, very competitive game, and just so entertaining to watch.
And they might still have a chance here. 7 seconds is a long time. We'll see if they can't get a rebound here and get up the court. And they'll have to shoot a 3 to win it, but a 2 can tie it. Immediately, the Hoopsters jump to a full-court press, and they have an open man in timeout. Oh, my goodness, that is just unfortunate. It looked like Turley might have had an opportunity to tie the game there. But if I'm the coach of the Tropics, I'm doing the exact same thing that coach did right there. You got to have a game plan.
Yeah, but if I'm the assistant coach of the Tropics, I'm going, Coach, we had a wide open layup, and you call timeout. Man.
Yeah. That I think that's probably happened to you. Coach Mark Jewell here has coached basketball for many years. I did some myself. I had a time we did the exact same thing in a close ball game. Brianna Burgess in the corner for the St. Joe's Christian High School girls. Inbounds goes to her. I call timeout. She nails the 3 that would have put us up by 1. And I don't remember how that game ended, but you just kind of want to crawl and into a little hole.
I have done the same thing. I mean, you're thinking you're going to do what's best for the team. You need a timeout. You need to get some instruction there, and then you just lose points.
Yeah. So here we have 7 seconds to go, and the Tropics now with a line at the free throw line. We'll see if they can't get the ball in bounds and tie this thing up, potentially win it. And he finds Turley. Turley's got 5 seconds. 4. He's for 3. He passes it. No, and ball's up, and it's a foul. So with a second to go, 1.2 seconds to go, the foul is called, and now we find ourselves in the same situation that we were, except it's reversed now. Nance had an opportunity at the end of the last overtime period to go ahead and tie it up. We'll see now if that's number 22 of the Tropics. We'll see if Luke Schroeder can do that for the Tropics.
That is so much pressure put on a young man. Let's see what he does with him.
He tries to find the backboard. He can't. There's still an opportunity for the Tropics here if they can get a rebound. You see Howard telling Schroeder potentially to miss it. So that they can get a rebound and put it back in.
They got 1.2 seconds to get a rebound and put it back in, and
that's
going to be tough.
Yep, their coach is saying go ahead and hit it and see if they can't tip it in. Rebound. Ball game. What an exciting ball game. It is going to go in favor of the Hoopsters after 2 overtimes. An exciting precursor to our game of the week that we're getting ready to start here. Coach, let's take another look at Ty Nance shooting that shot that tied it at the end of the second overtime, or the first overtime period. It's just calm and collected, putting the ball in the basket. You can see him with a little bit of a fake there. I think he probably could have been called.
And that was one of 2. He made 2 in a row to tie it up.
Yeah, that was the second one, which tied it up, which gave the Hoopsters an opportunity, even without George Galloway, their
and that's
top
huge.
scorer.
Galloway, their highest scorers, not in the game, and they still come back and win it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick little break, and we'll be back with you here in just a couple of minutes for the United versus St. Joseph Christian Game of the Week game. Well, welcome back to St. Joseph Christian. If you've been with us the last couple of minutes, and you've had a pretty exciting finish to the Hoopsters versus Tropics game, we're now getting set to do our game of the week, which is the St. Joseph Christian Lions versus the St. Joseph United. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and let's go look at some of the scores so far today. We'll have those up for you here in just a second. So let's get started here looking through what's happened here in the St. Joseph Christian game, gym. The day started off today with a pretty exciting matchup between the St. Joseph Christian Lions and the St. James Tigers. That was Correll versus Sumter. And in that game, it came down to a 41-31 10-point win in favor of the Tigers. Leading scorer for the Tigers in that one was Kobe Rose. On the side of the Lions, Jake Correll had 12 points and 13 rebounds, and Ryan Twy added 11 points of his own. After that game, we saw the St. Joseph Christian Lions, Price's team, take on the Mavs, and that one got out of hand pretty fast. All 4 points scored by J.J. Price of the Lions. 32 points were spread out amongst the Mavs team. Leading scorer for them was Sawyer Sprague. And then we had the 10 o'clock match. It was between the St. Joseph Christian Lions, the Pena team, versus the Cathedral Ravens, the ball team. Leading the Cathedral Ravens in that one was Daisy Harshman. She had 10 points, 6 steals in that game, and they were able to prevail over the Lions 22-12. Following that game, we had an 11 o'clock matchup in St. Joseph Christian's gym between St. Francis, that was Cecil's team, versus St. James's team, which is coached by Connard. And St. Francis ran away with that one with the Claire Cathcart scoring 10 points. Ryan Olvera, who's been our Week 1 Athlete of the Week, she had 8, and Viviana Woodson had 8. Top scorer for the Tigers in that one was Kyla Connard. She had 5 points and 12 rebounds. So that one, again, went to the St. Francis ladies over St. James. And then we had the game we just finished, which was the Plattsburgh Tropics versus St. Joseph Hoopsters. And it was the Hoopsters prevailing in an exciting one, double overtime. But it ended up going in favor of the Hoopsters. So that's what we've seen so far at St. Joseph Christian. We'll get you updated on the games taking place at St. Francis and Cathedral. But first, let's go back down to the court, and let's get the starting lineups for your game of the week.
Number 13, Casey Jorgensen. Number 4, Lily Walker. Number 14, Maya Rudenbaugh. And number 11, Alexia McDaniel. And now, your starters for St. Joseph United. Number 10, Emerson Christie. Number 9, Baby Flanagan. Number 4, Harley Tarr. Number 23, Haley Timmons. And number 14, Tatum Scooter. Good luck, ladies.
So here we have it, your Week 3 game of the week. We'd like to welcome you once again to St. Joseph Christian High School for this matchup between the undefeated 2-0 St. Joseph United, probably the best team in the league, is going to be playing against a smaller, younger St. Joseph Christian Lions team, which is 1-1, losing a really close game to the Lawson Cardinals at the very first week that we had these games. And jumping, you'll see a little bit of a mismatch. But we'll see how high Chloe Burnham for the Lions can jump. Again, the United so far having no competition so far, and we'll go ahead and get this game underway. So starting the ball here out on the wing is number 23 of the United. That's Haley Timmons. throws the ball inside where they have a definite advantage. That was number 9 of the United. That was Bailey Flanagan with a rebound and 2 points to start the game. Coach, it looks like there's a little bit of a size difference out there.
Yeah, it looks like a junior high team against a fourth grade team almost. But I don't think you're going to see the Lions. They're not going to shrink back at all from the challenge.
So on the Lions side, some players to watch. That's Chloe Burnham with the ball. She is the 3rd leading scorer in the league. Stuffed by number 9 Flanagan. Giving up a foot there, I think Chloe is to Flanagan. She finds 14 Tatum Studer with the ball, who tosses it over to Timmons, who finds Flanagan in the corner. She wants to drive, and she's stopped by J.C. Jorgensen. Up top again, this is Studer with the shot. Long, no good. Rebound, and she puts it back in. So Studer with 2 points. So far, Coach, the size difference, kind of a big deal.
Oh, it is huge underneath. Man, if you don't block out, and these young people, they don't learn how to block out probably until they're 7th or 8th grade. But it's tough to put a body on somebody that's a foot taller than you and get a rebound.
And so here it is, 4-0 in favor of the United. We'll see if the Lions have anything else that they can offer. Alexia McDaniel with the drive and the pass that goes out of bounds. Alexia, we mentioned that Chloe Burnham is the 3rd leading scorer in the league right now. The 2nd leading scorer in the league is number 11 there for the Lions, Alexia McDaniel, and she is a 4th grader. So she is playing against some 6th graders here. Let's see how she holds up. Tatum Studer with the ball for United. She drives, and she's stopped by Norris. Now it's in the corner. That's number 4 of the United, Harley Attar, who finds Flanagan again up top. Flanagan to the corner. That's number 10 of the United with a shot, and it's no good.
Yep.
McChristie misses the shot. Rebound goes to Burnham of the Lions, and that is Frudenthal bringing the ball up the court. Frudenthal also in the top 10 in steals for the Lions. She runs the show on offense, getting a lot of assists, not as many points. Burnham passes the ball off the knee of Norris. Ball is in the hands of Tatum Studer, who is on a fast break. Can she make it? 2 points for Studer. That's her 4th point, Coach.
Well, yeah, it was a kind of unfortunate that the guard for St. Joe Christian fell down going for the steal, and there was nobody back. It's a layup.
So the Lions attempting to try to get on the board here. Norris with the ball up top, hands it back to Frudenthal. Frudenthal drives right, and a timeout called by Coach Wieners of the Lions. Tatum Studer has 4 points for the United. That was the week 2 player of the week. Tatum Studer, she plays also for the St. Francis team. She's starting off pretty hot, Coach.
Oh, she looks like a very good athlete. Handles the ball very well. She dribbled it down the court and just got herself under control. I mean, on a fast break like that, it's hard for young people to get themselves under control. But she got her foot down, put it up. Really, really nice shot.
So here we are in the first quarter, 3 minutes to go, and it is and if I remember to stop the clock here, our web clock might even be on with our game clock. That is not an official clock. I'm just handing it here with my Xbox controller, trying to keep us pretty close.
Well, at the moment, the clock really doesn't make any difference in this game. Let's see if the St. Joe Christian.
Well, if the Lions can't find a way to score, then yeah, there's not a lot that's going to make a lot of difference. Coach W giving them some pointers here on how to score out of the inbounds. We'll see if they're able to get a play together to get a couple points on the board. Ball goes into Alexia, and it's knocked away by Studer. McChristie ends up with it, throws it ahead to number 23, Timmons. Timmons puts it in. 2 more points for United, and they're going to go to a full-court press here. Frudenthal finds an open Norris who wasn't paying attention, and again, the United end up with the ball. Norris hustles back, though, and knocks it away, but that's Flanagan ending up with the ball, and she misses. Ball's out of bounds, and it's going to stay here with the United. Interestingly enough, Coach, the leading scorer, we talked about the second and third leading scorers of this league so far on the Lions team. The number 1 leading scorer in the league so far is Emma Raines of the United, as Norris decides to go ahead and keep playing after the whistle there.
Well, I think she's taken one shot, but it was promptly swatted, so it's kind of hard for your leading scorer to score when she can't even get it to the hoop.
Are you talking about McDaniels or Burnham for the Lions?
For the Lions, yes.
Yeah, Burnham's number 3 scorer in the league. McDaniels, who has the ball right now, is the second leading scorer in the league. She finds an open Norris, and the ball gets away from her. She kicks back to Frudenthal up top again to Norris. Burnham for 3, way out there, but still was close. Jorgensen with the rebound, gets stuffed. And somehow Frudenthal ends up with the ball. So now Norris finds Burnham again, who tries to get the ball to McDaniels, but the ball is knocked away by Studer. Great hustle by McDaniels, but Studer comes away with the ball, and she is on a break. She's going to take it all the way to the basket here, and she puts the ball up, and she is going to be fouled. So now that the game clock is caught up to our web clock, we'll start that up again, and Studer's going to go to the line now with a chance to make 2 more points to make it a double-digit lead for the United. Studer good on the first one. She can make it 2. Checking in now for the Lions, that's number 12 and number 13, J.C. Jorgensen and Rylan Lane. We'll see if they can provide a little bit of a spark for the Lions. The Lions leave their 3 highest scorers in the ball game in Burnham, Frudenthal, and McDaniels. Studer makes another one, and it's 10-0 in favor of the United. Jorgensen with the ball up top, tries to get the ball to McDaniels. Tatum Studer playing some tough defense. Burnham now on the wing. Looks to try and drive, nothing there. Back up top to Frudenthal. Right now the Lions offense looks a little bit lost, Coach.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult. I think they're almost afraid to look at the basket because they see these tall trees, it's kind of intimidating.
So Burnham now attempts another 3. That's a good way to catch up quickly, but she's off left. Rebound goes to the United. That's Timmons. Looks ahead to Flanagan. Flanagan drives left hand, shoots, no good. Rebound goes to, that was number 4, Tar. Ball's back up top to Studer, being guarded by Frudenthal. Nice crossover by Studer. She goes to the basket, and right over the front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Jorgensen. She starts to dribble the ball, but she double dribbles. All that excitement with all the people running by, she just couldn't keep it in one hand. So inbounding the ball now, McChristie throws it to Studer, who gets the ball to Timmons, back to Studer. Studer up top. Coach McChristie calling out the play. McChristie with the ball on the wing, over to Studer. Studer looks to drive, throws it inside to a Tar, who throws to Flanagan. Flanagan shoots, and McDaniels may have had a block there and gets the rebound. So now the Lions with an opportunity to hopefully get some points here to end the first quarter with only 50 seconds to go. Ball knocked away again by Studer. Burnham now is open. Will she try another 3? She tries to drive between. Refs don't want to bail her out. It's that was Lane that ended up with the ball. Ball goes out of bounds, though, and with about 40 seconds to go here in the first period, it is 10-0, all United at this point.
Well, the score doesn't really show it, but it looks like the Lions are getting a little bit more comfortable.
Ball intercepted there by Tatum Studer. Studer brings the ball up the court, throws it into Flanagan, who shoots it. Miss, rebound Timmons. Timmons shoots, no good. Flanagan again, misses. Ball goes out of bounds. I think that was off on Jorgensen. Nope, they're going to say that was off on Flanagan. So that's number 9, Flanagan, playing some tough offense, and on the defensive end, she has been really tough to get the ball passed. So now 10 seconds to go, and the Lions are going to try and score. That's number 4, Walker, shoots and almost makes the 3. Frudenthal gets the rebound, puts it up, but just no good. Coach, that's a pretty dominating first quarter by the St. Joseph United.
Well, they look to be a very, very dominating team. And you just look at their height, their athleticism. St. Joe Christian is going to have to get some shots up, and it's difficult when the other team is a foot taller than you are. But you can tell that they haven't given up. I think we're going to see maybe a little coaching strategy here to see if we can get a few more shots off and play It's a little tough to play defense when they're getting it inside with those tall girls.
Yes, you definitely would have to say the rebound advantage in this game seems to be in favor of the United, and this is a United team that is missing their leading scorer, number 7. You can see her there on the bench. That's Emma Raines, and she is leading the league in scoring. I'm not sure what the scoop is there with Emma out of the ball game. Maybe she might be hurt. Oh, no, here she comes. She's coming into the ball game. So Emma Raines, the league leading scorer, checking in for the first time for St. Joseph United, and they are already up 10-0. We'll see, Coach, if that's you, what are you telling the Little Lions for us how to attack this taller defense of St. Joseph United?
Well, you got to get good shots. You got to get your best shooter some shots, and I think that probably United is pretty cognizant of who the best shooter is for the Lions, and so they're going to know where she's at. So it's just going to be a matter of the old Steve Alford, set picks, get her open, and get her some shots.
Flanagan and Raines combined to knock the ball away from J.C. Jorgensen into the game for the first time. That's number 1 of the United, finding Raines up front, and she is fouled. That was number 1 of the United that the ball is passed to. That's Jaslyn King.
I think maybe she traveled. We're getting the ball back. The Lions are. Okay,
so the ball goes to the Lions then. A pick there. King falls over, as does McDaniels. Burnham throws the ball away, and United on the drive. That's number 12 of the United, putting the ball in the basket. That was Ryan Schaefer. I think this is a whole new team, Coach. The 5 from before are on the bench, or at least 4 of them are, and other than Studer, everyone else looks to be new. Studer and Flanagan stayed in the ball game, but 3 new players, and they all looked about as tough as the ones that came out. Ball is stolen again there by number 12, Schaefer. Lions end up with the ball, and McDaniels with a chance to score on Studer. Can she put it in? And she is fouled by Studer, which will give the Lions an opportunity to maybe get on the board for the first time here in the second period, as the United are leading 10-0.
McDaniels did a great job of taking it to the hoop. I mean, it'd been so much easy to turn around and go the other way when you have that defender looming in front of you. But she knew she was going to get contact, and as a result, she's got the first one of the free throw in.
And the Lions finally on the board. McDaniels puts in a free throw there to make it 10-1. She's long on her second one, but she comes up with her own rebound. Can she put it in? No. Ball is rebounded by Flanagan, but the ball, and she recovers it. So Flanagan getting the ball up to Raines, and out of bounds it goes. And it's going to be Lions ball here with about 5 minutes to go in the half, and it's 12-1 United. Freudenthal up top with the ball. She's doesn't have anybody on her at the moment. Looks like a 2-3 zone by the United. Burnham handling it on the right wing, looking for the offense to start. Jaslyn King intercepts a cross-court pass, and King to the basket is fouled by Burnham, and that will put King on the line, up 11 points. We'll see if she can hit a couple free throws.
Oh, that was great anticipation by King. She saw the pass coming and got there as the ball got there and tipped it away and got fouled on the layup.
So Jaslyn King now shooting 2. First one is good. So that makes the score 13-1 in favor of the United. See if she can hit another one. No good. Flanagan with the rebound over to Emma Raines, who shoots it up and in. So Raines with her first points of the ball game, and the United lead stretches to 15-1. They're up 14.
Well, anytime that ball goes to the basket, when you have such a height advantage, it's almost like, you've got a high percentage chance of getting the rebound and another shot coming.
Foul there on the United. Lions will take the ball out on the side. Freudenthal looks in, throws it to Burnham, back to Freudenthal. Lions looking like they're trying to figure out where to go. Looks like they have a couple girls standing in the same spot. McDaniels takes the ball, drives, kicks to Burnham, who shoots for 3, and it's long off the hands of Flanagan, though. So the ball will stay on the Lions into the court. Coach, since we got instant replay, let's use it. Let's take a look at that last, the only points of the game so far by the Lions. That was Lexia McDaniels puts the ball in the basket. See if the Lions can get any more points. Freudenthal drives, looks like she may have traveled, gets the ball put up, No good. Rebound Flanagan. So the United now still up 14. King brings the ball up the court to start another offensive possession. Ball goes to the wing to Raines. Raines looks inside to Flanagan, who's been having her way inside, being played tough by, that was Walker playing her tough, but there's only so much you can do.
Well, she just kind of backed in and cleared out, and it's kind of tough. You're giving up a height advantage, plus you're giving up a weight advantage, and if she could have just planted her feet and fell over, they may have called a charge foul.
Yeah, it's kind of like the old Shaq problem when you watched Shaquille O'Neal play back in the day. Man, he threw the ball into it. Just what can you do about it? Walker doing everything she could, but Flanagan just too strong. So now the United with another opportunity. With 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the half, it's 17-1 in favor of the United. A couple of players that played the entire first quarter sitting on the bench now, giving the United fresh group off to the bench a chance to play. As the rebound goes to Burnham, she throws it ahead to McDaniels. McDaniels for a chance with a shot, and it is blocked by Studer. Excellent shot block there by Tatum Studer, hustling back to play some defense.
Yeah, I wonder if Tatum Studer is related to Tony Studer. I used to play basketball back in the day. It'd have to be her grandfather. Very, very good
You're saying
athlete.
You're old, Coach?
I am so old.
It must be your grandfather?
It's got to be her grandfather. It can't be her dad.
Well, who knows? I have no idea how many Studers there are in the world. But
He
it's
was
very
a
possible.
great shooter, great competitor.
So Grandpa's aside. Studer now with the ball, swings it down to the baseline. His shot for United is no good. Burnham with the rebound. We'll see if the Lions here can set something up and look a little bit more coherent on the offense against this United zone. Looks like they've switched to a 1-3-1. And open is Burnham for the shot, and it's long. She finally got an open shot there, uncontested, and she just couldn't quite put it in. So now King of the United with the ball up top finds Studer on the wing. Studer looks down in the corner where they've been getting the ball all day, and there's a shot there that was open but no good. Studer on the rebound, puts it back up. No good. Rebound there by the Lions. That's number 5. That was Haley Whiting with the rebound. King takes the ball away, but Walker able to recover it. Burnham now with the ball up top finds Whiting again. Whiting is blocked by King and Flanagan. Not really sure who ended up knocking that ball away, but the result is United getting the ball out of bounds. So here we are in the second quarter with 1:47 to go, and United bringing the ball up the court. It's been all United so far this game, 17-1. St. Joe United. That's Raines with the ball inside. Kicks it out to Studer, who shoots from range, and it's good. 2 points for Studer.
She has a very, very nice shot. Great release, great follow-through, great rotation. Very good shooter.
You can see why she was the Week 2 Player of the Week, Tatum Studer was. McDaniels drives in, uses Flanagan as a screener, but just can't put the left-handed shot in. Looks like she had an opening there. Flanagan driving, can't hang on to the ball. The ball goes back to number 12. That was Ryan Schaefer putting the ball in for the United, extending the lead now 21-1. It's a 20-point advantage for the United.
Well, they have an advantage just in their size, and it looks like maturity. But it's a lot easier to shoot when you're up by 20 points than it is when the ball game is close.
Right there, Studer drives the distance of the court, can't make it. Raines with the rebound, puts it up, no good. Rebound goes to the Lions. That's Burnham with the ball, gets it to McDaniels, and with 30 seconds to go, we'll see if the Lions can maybe add to their point total. Daniels kicks to Walker. Walker puts up a shot, a little bit short, might have been tipped, and Flanagan comes down with the rebound. So 20 seconds to go here in the half, and United looks like they're going to hold the ball for a last shot. Down to the corner it goes again. Flanagan with the ball, just pushing her way to the basket. Not much the Lions can do about it. She finds, and it's no good for the United. Rebound Daniels. There's a couple seconds left. She throws it the length of the court, and that's about as close as any shot's been for the Lions. But it's no good. So here we are at halftime, Coach. All United. The Lions unable to score from the field at all so far in this one. Their only point coming from Alexia McDaniels, who made the front end of a 2-shot foul. Let's take a look here at the United's stats as this first game has gone along. You've seen Flanagan getting the ball there on the replay. That was number 12, Ryan Schaefer, hitting that shot. They've been doing a lot of that. Bailey Flanagan, number 9, has 4 points, 2 steals, and 5 rebounds. Emma Raines in the ball game just for that second quarter has 2 points and 3 rebounds. Harriet Tarr, number 4, she's in the game just for that first quarter. She had a steal and a rebound, but she really affected the game defensively with a block shot and just some great defense. Also for the United, Jaslyn King added in a free throw and has stolen the ball once. Ryan Schaefer, who you just saw shooting that elbow jumper, she has 4 points, a steal and a rebound. Also, Tatum Studer is the leading scorer for the United. That's our Week 2 Player of the Week. She has 8 points, 2 steals, and 2 rebounds for the United. The stat sheet on the other side is a little bit more bare. Only 1 point for the Lions. That's Alexia McDaniel's free throw. And 5 rebounds for Chloe Burnham and a steal. But other than that, Coach, it's been pretty slim pickings for the Lions.
Well, if you look at the rebounds, you got only 13 on United's side and 12 on St. Joe Christian's side. The Lions, they look like, they're in the game if you just look at rebounds. But the problem is that whenever United gets a rebound, they'll put it right back up, and there's really no tall Lions that are going to contest the shot, because when they turn around and they look at the basket, they're not going to see a hand. They're not going to see anybody in their face because they're all 6 to 10 inches shorter.
Yep, and there's definitely an age difference. We kind of wondered coming in, Lions, the clear underdogs, wondered how they might fare. But let's take a look at what's been happening over the St. Francis location today. Starting with the 8 o'clock game, it was St. Francis Xavier Wajinka against the St. Joe Christian Lions Carlson. The Lions team prevailed 30-21. Leading scorer Tayshawn Turner, who was up for Athlete of the Week this past week, almost gets the triple-double with 15 points, 9 steals, and 12 rebounds. In the 9 o'clock game at St. Francis, it was St. Francis versus the Cameron Dragons. That's Rooney's team. And Rooney's team ran all over the Falcons with a 32-6 victory, and they spread the scoring around. 3 kids with 6 points and 2 with 4 points. Nearly the entire team scored there for the Cameron team. And then you had the 10 o'clock game over St. Francis. It was St. Francis Falcons Maroon. That's Miljavac's team versus Dr. Tyndall's team of the Lions, and that was all St. Francis. 29-8 in favor of the Falcons. Leading the scorer for the Falcons with 9 points was Marquel Mayfield, who was the Week 1, or actually, there's 2 Mayfields. One's Marquel and one's Muckwell. So, obviously, Marquel could have been Athlete of the Week because he has 9 points and 9 rebounds.
So how do you spell Muckwell?
It's without the R. It's really confusing the poor stat guy.
I see.
Also over at the St. Francis, the 11 o'clock game, that was the Warriors against the Gunners, and that one ended in favor of the Gunners, 18-6. Now here we are back in St. Joseph Christian for the second half, third quarter. Lions trailing the St. Joseph United 21-1. And the Lions start with the ball. That's Freudenthal up top, handling the ball for the Lions. Freudenthal throws it down to the corner to Chloe Burnham, who fakes and drives. She has an opening. Can she put it in? And it's too strong. McDaniel's shot blocked by Jaslyn King. And another example, Lions started the game not getting any open shots. They've had several now, and I think the size of the United is kind of getting into the head of the Lions shooters.
Again, I don't think they're open shots. They look at the basket. They're seeing a hand somewhere. So that's very, very distracting to a young player.
Jaslyn King swipes at the hands of McDaniel, and they're going to give McDaniel an opportunity to add to her point total. She has the lone score for the Lions. And to the line again she goes to shoot 2. So Alexia shoots short on her first one. She'll get another opportunity here.
She's got a very, very good form. Again, she's got great rotation. You got the one-handed shot. Just a little bit short on the first one.
And again, Alexia, a 4th grader, playing up here against 6th graders. Great ball player. Shoots, misses that one.
That was in and out.
Rebound goes to number 4, Tar, who finds Jaslyn King up top to start the offense for the United. Lions manning up against the taller United. No, that's rather a zone.
It's a 1-3-1.
Looks like a 1-2-2 or a 1-3-1. Points there for the United.
They got it to the weakness of the 1-3-1 to the baseline.
Freudenthal now bringing the ball to the court for the Lions. We'll see if she can find an open player, she throws it down to the baseline to Burnham. Burnham drives, and she gets fouled. So the Lions finding a way to at least have an opportunity to score by getting to the line now on 2 straight possessions.
Yeah, that was kind of a desperation shot. It's not like she'd gathered herself, but it's very difficult to get a shot in there with those tall players all around you.
Once upon a time, I coached a team that our philosophy was get a shot every possession. Don't really care how you get the shot. Let's just make sure we get a shot. And I think Lions might be in that mode as it's now a 20-point deficit, or it's been a 20-point deficit this entire half, so the clock is running. The game clock is running.
There we go.
Burnham puts one in, though, for the Lions, and finally the Lions score after quite the drought. So the United now up 23-2. Jaslyn King will bring the ball up the court, being guarded by Fruenthal. She finds Timmons, who throws inside to Schaefer.
It is a 1-2-2.
Ball stolen by McDaniel. She's got McChristy and King on her. See if she can get out of this mess. And
a trap.
A little bit of a 3-quarter trap as that was number 12 reaching in, Ryan Schaefer, who's going to get called for the foul. And if the Lions keep drawing fouls, maybe they'll have an opportunity to get into a bonus here eventually.
So number 2 checked in for the Lions.
So you see here the last point scored by the
Avery Tyndall.
Lions. That's their only 2 points have come from free throws. We'll see if they can score from the field here. Fruenthal throws over to Norris, who hands it off to Walker. Walker throws the ball away. King now on the break. She's got little Avery Tyndall on defense, and she gets right in front of the taller girl.
A very good play. She got the rebound.
Excellent effort. However, it's not enough.
Well,
2 more points for the United.
She definitely was at a disadvantage on that rebound.
So it is now 25-2 in favor of the United. Clearly our formula for picking the games of the week, Coach, needs to be tweaked as we have had 2 pretty one-sided affairs here in a row.
How do you pick these games anyway, Steve?
I'm going to go ahead and blame Coach Price for that. So sorry, Coach Price, just ratted you out. As we get a couple more games in, though, we'll have a better idea of who matches up against who. I'll go ahead and take credit for the last game that was in double overtime. We'll go ahead and call that one our junior game of the week.
That was an awesome game.
It's pretty exciting. And the smallest girl on the court comes down with the rebound. That was Tyndall on the rebound. Gets the ball to Fruenthal. And the Lions here now down 23 start up their offense. King steps out trying to steal the ball. Tyndall keeps it and may have gotten away with a double dribble. Throws it over the top to Burnham, who turns around with a good shot.
That's a great entry pass. It's so hard to find guards that'll look inside and get that ball inside. Man, the smallest player on the court finds the opening inside.
That's right. The United now with the ball, so it's King up top being guarded by Fruenthal. She's going to see if she can't knock the ball away as the Lions persist in their zone. Shot by the United. That was Schaefer missing, and the ball's going to go to the Lions. So Fruenthal bring the ball up the court. There's about a minute to go. The running clock on the floor started before our web clock started running, so we're going to let that kind of catch up here as they go into the timeout. Lions trailing 23 points. It's 25-22 in favor of the United.
So what grade is Avery in?
Avery Tyndall, I would assume she's in 5th grade because the Lions team is mostly 5th graders with 1 4th grader. I don't know the United roster well enough to tell you. I know that Studer plays for the St. Joseph or the St. Francis 6th grade team, so I would assume they're a mixture of 5th and 6th, maybe 6th graders. But United showing early in this game and on into the 3rd quarter here why they are the number 1 team in the girls' upper division. They are 2-0 so far this year, and the Lions here 1-1. There's a couple other teams that might be able to give the United a game. There's several teams that are 2-0, so we'll see as the season progresses if there's anyone that can give this dominant St. Joseph United team at least a little bit of difficulty, as so far the Lions are unable to do that. Tyndall with the ball up top. She's going to start the play left up with her left hand. She skip passes it, and it is stolen by Tarr. Tarr heading up the court, finds a wide open Schaefer who banks it off for 2. So 2 more points for the United. Is now 27-2, and she was wide open there, Coach.
Yeah, it looks like the Lions are giving some of their starters a rest and letting the second team get some experience out here.
There's no such thing as a second team in elementary basketball, Coach. These girls are rock stars, all 10 of them. And the Lions do have a very big team. Coach W trying to get everybody an opportunity as Raines drives in uncontested to add 2 more points, making it a 29-2 lead for the United.
I don't know that was uncontested, but it wasn't very contested.
If it was contested, I'm pretty sure that Schaefer had no idea. King shoots from 3 and no good as time runs out in the third quarter. So we will advance to the fourth quarter of the last period with a running clock with the score all in favor of the St. Joseph United, 29-2. The Lions scores all coming from free throws as we look at one of the last plays. And we are so getting this replay thing. Look at this, Coach. We have got some slow motion reverse action. Not sure what button I hit to make it do that, but can't beat that. So let's have our director go ahead and transition over to an active camera, and we'll see what Coach W can do to maybe make this fourth quarter more compelling than the first 3.
Well, the inbounds pass made it look like Avery Tyndall threw it out of bounds. So, yeah, you probably don't want to show that reverse mode.
Well, shout out to Teacher of the Year over at Bodie, Stacia Studer, who comments on Facebook, "This is awesome. I heart this league." Well, Mrs. Studer, we heart you. Thank you for commenting and paying attention to the broadcast and everybody that's watching today.
And as she didn't answer the question as to whether she was related to Tony Studer from Wathena.
Well, she
apparently not.
She apparently needs to take to Facebook and do that for us here, because that might be the most exciting question that's been asked so far this game.
Well, it's the most interesting question to me, because seeing a girl with that much talent, she's got to be related to somebody that's very athletic.
Maybe Michael Jordan. We just don't know. We'll have to ask later. So Fruenthal now brings the ball up for the Lions. She gets the ball, tries to get inside to Walker. The ball's knocked away by Flanagan, and Flanagan rocking the purple streaks in the hair, looking good there. Gets the ball to Jaslyn King, who's going to bring the ball up and going to go to a 4 corners here, kind of trying to stall as Fruenthal knocks it away. And they're going to call it backcourt, yeah. And the ball's going to go to the Lions for another opportunity here with 5 minutes to go in the game to perhaps get their first field goal.
I think some of the backcourt rules, I mean, they've changed so much. I would figure that if the Lions knocked the ball out of her hand and then she retrieved it backcourt, that would not be backcourt. But I really don't know what the rule is now.
Shout out to Brian Logan, who is complimenting our fantastic camera work. And, oh, Coach, you'll love this. Tony is her husband's uncle. So they're going to go ahead and claim him.
There we go. I figured it had to be. It had to be. She is such an athlete. She just reminds me so much of the way Tony used to play.
So back to the game. Fruenthal shooting from a distance. Rebound goes to Walker. That one was close, like many of the Lions' shots, just not going in, not cooperating with what the Lions want to do. Burnham with the ball now. Drives in and shoots it a little off bounds, but that was as good a shot as any. No good. Walker pulls it away, and the ball goes to Fruenthal. She hits! And the Lions, finally, with a field goal. You can see the smiles there on the faces of Burnham and Jorgensen as the Lions making a little bit of a comeback here. Stolen by Fruenthal, throws it ahead to Walker. Walker shoots it, and she is going to be fouled by Studer. And the Lions with a little bit of life here. Let's take another look at that score, Coach. You'll see we are still in reverse. Okay, let's not take a look at that score.
Well, I don't think this is going to be a comeback, but I tell you what, it looks like they're playing with more confidence. They make a shot, and they put some pressure on the ball, and they get a steal, and so it shows you some of the spark of why the Lions are 2-0 going into this game, if that's the kind of basketball that they can play.
All right, then Walker misses the first one. We'll see if she can hit the second one here to give the Lions 5 points to the 29 of this United.
She went across the line too soon.
Legendary official Roger Williams, perhaps the greatest basketball official of all time, sees all and knows when you have crossed the line on a free throw.
He is a very, very good official. I mean, he does high school games, and I've always said he's one of my favorite officials. He's so competent.
Schaefer puts the ball in for the United there, as the lead extends again for the United.
And you really couldn't ask for a couple of nicer guys. I mean, these guys are great officials. They're very competent, but they're very personable also.
Talking about Kevin Bristol and Roger Williams, our two game officials here for this game of the week between the St. Joseph United and the St. Joseph Christian Lions.
And Gary Williams, the one they had in the last game, I mean, he's an awesome guy too.
If you have learned nothing here today, ladies and gentlemen, you've learned that we have the nicest and the best refs in Northwest Missouri all gathered here just to ref these ball games.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've got to have good officials if you're going to have a good tournament, and I don't think you guys have spared any expense when it comes to selecting officials for this tournament.
Well, even dating back to the old St. Joseph Christian tournaments that ran for years, and Gabe Sosa and Richard Ortega and on down from then, that's been always a priority for St. Joseph Christian Elementary League, who's trying to get guys that are certified MSHA officials with a patch that know what they're doing. And not that they're perfect and not that they get every call right, but at least they give the students that are playing, the athletes, an opportunity to experience, what a high school team would experience. So the United throw the ball into McChristie. Full court press by the Lions, trying to get something going here. McChristie loses it, but recovers it. Throws the ball to McDaniel, who steals it. Up the court she goes with her left hand. Looks like she has got quite a few United players in between her and the basket, so she pulls up, finds Frudenthal, and Frudenthal will pull the ball out and will start up again. A little bit of a weave here to Jorgensen. Throws the ball to Walker. Walker not interested in weaving, but she finds Frudenthal again, who shoots it. It's going to be a little bit off the left. Rebound, though. Walker stuffed by Flanagan. McDaniel now with the ball. Stuffed again by Flanagan. And you see just the advantage there that Flanagan has, as she knocks a couple balls away from the Lions.
This is not a tip. This is a stuff.
Yeah, there was no doubt about that. She's playing volleyball out there. Thanks to our director, Ethan Evans, for fixing our backwards instant replay issue, as we're actually going the proper direction now. Lions try to inbound the ball, and it's tipped away by King, rebounded by Raines. And she's going to push the ball down the court and shoot, and she's going to hit two. So two more points for the United as we actually give it to the Lions. We'll fix that score here. Hopefully the Lions will put a couple more points on the board so that – all right. Stole by King there as she drives down the court with an opportunity to add a couple more. No good. They get the rebound. Tar puts it up. No good. Tar again. And she puts it in. So a couple more points there for the United. And with 20 seconds to go, or rather about 40 seconds to go, it's 35-4 in favor of the St. Joe United. And another steal. Emma Raines on the full court steal and drive. And can she put in? Nope. Rebound goes to Tyndall. And Tyndall brings the ball to the court as it's knocked away, but we're going to call a foul here. Ball is going to be out of bounds for the Lions as the continuous clock continues to go. 20 seconds to go in this game. It's 35-4, St. Joseph United.
One of the things that the high school players even have to learn is to see the defense. These young players playing against very, very good athletes. The Lions. They're looking at the red color and not the white, and consequently the white steps in and gets some steals.
So the game ends in about the way that the whole game had gone, with a steal and a score by Jasmine King of the United. As you see, she takes the ball away from Whiting, drives length of the court, and puts it in. So the St. Joseph United remain undefeated, now 3-0, and look to be in the driver's seat to make it to the championship game, as the Lions now fall to 1-2. Still, you got to consider, Coach, this exact Lions team will be back next year, playing probably a little bit taller, a little bit more experienced, and who knows, might be in the similar position of the United, but they're going to have to grow a lot to be that tall.
Well, they definitely are going to grow, but I don't know how much they're going to grow. But I'll tell you what, one thing, their basketball is going to get better. These girls, they work at it, and, of course, they're going to be in the same tournament, and probably the United team is going to be moving up to a higher class, I would guess.
Yeah, they'll be in junior high next year, and I'm sure there's plenty of junior highs around the city that would love to have that kind of talent playing for them. So we're looking now at the player of the game for the Lions. That's Maya Frudenthal. She finishes the game with 2 points, 1 steal, and 2 rebounds. She's the player of the game. Let's listen in on the interview here that's happening at center court. So that was the St. Joseph Christian player of the game, Maya Frudenthal. Over on the United side, so many to choose from here as the scoring was really spread out through a bunch of different ladies. But Ryan Schaefer, player of the week for the United, about to be interviewed. She ended up with 12 points.
No, 8 points.
8 points, rather. 1 steal, 2 rebounds.
And I would have to go with player of the game. I'd pick Tatum Studer also as another great choice.
But when you just won player of the week for week 2, at some point you got to let somebody else have some kind of
okay. I
recognition.
think that must be the logic.
Tatum Studer is not selfish, not at all, not at all. So here we have a completed ball game. 37-4 in favor of the St. Joseph United, as Ryan Schaefer being interviewed as the United's player of the game. This was a little bit of a rout, but the Lions showing some great heart, playing hard all the way to the end, and you saw smiles on the faces of the Lions players who didn't get down as they scored their first field goal of the game late in the game, and you just got to expect a lot of great things from them as their careers move on into next season and for the rest of this season. We'll see what they can do. But the United remain undefeated now, 3-0, and that's going to bring us to towards the end of our broadcast here. Let's spend a little bit of time here looking at some scores before we call it quits, Coach. We never got to Cathedral's gym. Give you guys an idea of exactly what went on at Cathedral today. First game was an 8 o'clock game between the Cathedral Ravens, that's Seagrass' team, and the St. James Tigers, that's Malchos' team. And Seagrass won a close one, lost a not close one if I look at the right numbers here. Malchos' team won 28-11. And they were led by Liam Malchos, who had 11 points. Also, Bo Metcalf had 9 points and 11 rebounds for the Tigers. The 9 o'clock game over at Cathedral was between the Ravens, Winklebauer's team, and St. James Tigers, that's Duke's team. And it was a close game, but went in favor of the Ravens, 13-8. Leading scorer for the Ravens was number 41, Nick Days, who, if I remember correctly from last year, was a tall man. He had 4 points, 1 steal, and 10 rebounds, so that would suggest that maybe he was a little over average height, or maybe he's just really good at grabbing rebounds.
Well, hey, it looked like a defensive struggle there, 13-8.
For sure, and sometimes that happens in the lower games. That was the younger group. 4 points, 3 steals, and 2 rebounds for Nash Walters on the St. James Tigers team. So the 10 o'clock game at Cathedral was between the Plattsburgh Lady Tropics. We saw the boys team from Plattsburgh and what they did in an exciting game. They lost to the Hoopsters here just a little bit ago. But the Plattsburgh Lady Tropics faring better than the boys team, winning 17-8 over the Grizzlies. And the Grizzlies were led by Hayden Root, who had 7 points and 5 rebounds. Hayden Root, a top 5 scorer and I believe a rebounder for the Grizzlies. Actually wasn't included in the stats. I don't know who does the stats for this league. Whoever he is needs to get with it, because she wasn't included initially thanks to a spreadsheet error. But she's up there now, and she adds to her totals with another 7 points. That's Hayden Root. And then the 11 o'clock game over at Cathedral is between the FSB Cameron Blue Dragons, coached by Coach Poland, against the St. Joe Magic, that's McCrary's team. And that one went in favor of the Magic. It was a 23-7 victory. Over on the Blue Dragons side, it was 5 points scored by Sage Burnett and 2 rebounds. Leading the St. Joe Magic with 6 points was both Kevin Pogmiller and Bratton Wiggins. I remember these guys first started playing, Coach, and they were struggling against some really good teams their first year. And now it looks like they've kind of hit their stride, scoring 23 points in this game with a lot of scoring spread around throughout their various players.
Well, that's a good sign. Boy, when you get everybody scoring, you just really can't concentrate on just one person, because everyone can score.
In addition, also Nick Orschlin put in 4 points for McCrary's Magic team. So 12 o'clock game over at Cathedral is between the St. Francis Ravens gold team, that's the Falcons gold team rather, coached by Coach Dudley, against the Crawford Construction Crusaders. And that was a close one, 8-7. Very close game. It goes in favor of the St. Francis Falcons, and that was Gracie Wolf scoring 6 points for the Falcons to lead them against the Crusaders, who were led in scoring all but 2 of the points scored by Vivian Barton on the Crusaders side. So that one would have been an exciting one to do for sure.
Yeah, another defensive struggle looked like.
And then finally the 1 o'clock game, or not finally, but the 1 o'clock game between the Savannah Lady Savages over Cathedral and the East Buchanan Bulldogs. That one ended up in favor of the Savages from Savannah, 22-4. And Miley Prusman scores 9 points for Savannah. And then the 2 o'clock game, which was the last game over Cathedral, which is just ongoing right now, is between the St. Joseph Hoopsters and the East Buchanan Bulldogs. That would be an exciting one to see, and it's already 4-2 in favor of East Buchanan. Ty Engel with 2 points, Isaiah Watkins with 2 points, and then on the Hoopsters side, 2 points for McQuell. That's McQuell Mayfield. That was the first week of the first athlete of the week 1. You can see how you get those two confusing, Marquell and Mayquell. But Mayfield with 2 points already for the Hoopsters. That one is ongoing over at Cathedral. So that's going to do it for us here at St. Joseph Christian with the game of the week between the St. Joseph United and the St. Joseph Christian Lions. The United win big with a 37-4 victory over the St. Joseph Christian Lions. We'd like to thank those who helped us make this broadcast possible today. On the high camera, Chase Ford again. Does another great job getting the main camera. Also down low with the close-up camera was Ed Schilling. So thanks to Ed Schilling for, again, helping us with the wireless on-the-floor transmission, getting those great shots that make it look professional. And then thanks again to Ethan Evans for reprising last week's role as the director. And this week we actually hit the button so that he could wave. Thank you, Ethan Evans. Again, this is only his second time even seeing the computers, and yet there he is, nailing it for us again. And also thanks to our color man here, Mark Jewell, for helping us out with the broadcast. Thanks, Coach, for being willing to come out and help us call the game.
Oh, I really enjoyed it. Hey, is there anyone that's going to be able to compete with St. Joseph United?
I don't know, and I think that's what we found out is that is from looking at the box scores so far and looking at some of the teams that are playing against. I don't know that we can. There's several different teams that are undefeated so far that might be. I think there's a St. Francis team, the Lawson Cardinals, who beat the Lions in a close one at the beginning of the year, might have an opportunity. But as far as like pound for pound, size-wise, United might be in a class by their own. So we'll have to see. There's still a lot of time left in this season. We might have a surprise. You never know what's going to happen, but that's why you got to stay tuned.
That's right. So we're not going to give them the trophy right away. We're going to make them earn it.
We're going to make them play a couple more weeks anyway.
There we go.
So, again, thanks for watching our broadcast. We'll be back next week with another game of the week. Don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be a good one, Coach. We're going to have a close one. I can sense it. I can sense it. So that'll be it from St. Joseph Christian. Thanks for watching.